it's a big decision to do, because if you do reverse it back, there's probably no chance of you having kids again. And then you got to think 10 years down the line, what? He probably be like, man, I do want kids. Somebody need to check on PlaqueBoyMax. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't watched the video yet. But what I do know about him is that he does have some videos on there that are kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type. My bad, bro. But you know, his videos are kind of like, I don't know. He's kind of sus for real.
It's all about finding yourself. You go through these different transformations. You try a bunch of different clothes. You try a bunch of different haircuts. The stuff that's going on with PlaqueBoyMax right now is very, very alarming.
Yeah, see? Yeah, I don't know what he got going on, bro.
You think? That my shit believe, you know? Oh yeah, that's gonna happen for every time you smile, laugh, or talk for like the next 2 seconds. Nah, not forever.
For anyone that don't know, I got nose piercing, right? I got a nose ring yesterday. And then I woke up, I'm like,
I mean, take a look at his room. I mean, maybe, never mind, bro.
No more, like, you feel me?
He's exploring himself.
Bad news. I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad news, but I think I'm finna get an ass reduction, bro. But it's like, bro.
What you just say? All right, let me stop pausing.
Honest, man. Like,
why would you get a
like, bro? I'm trying to be skinny. Like, I'm a thick short, bro.
An ass reduction, you say? Now, as a double cheeked up nigga, I know exactly what you're talking about. Look, I think as a young man in your early 20s, everybody goes through their fair share of experimental things in order to find themselves. Lord knows I was a part of a nasty fashion era that featured skinny jeans, Chelsea boots, pea coats, designer, or at least fake designer or faux designer brands. Yeah, I was a part of the V-Lone era that Kanye West ushered in, and I'm not proud to say it. I say it with my chest. But PlaqueBoyMax isn't just changing his style at this point. He is speed running these personality adjustments and body modifications like he's trying to unlock a new version of himself in a few months. And at first it was funny, but now not only did he get a P mounted above his eyebrow, which he got diva tattooed on his body right across his rib cage. Do we know what a diva is? What's going on? Now, I'm not here to diagnose PlaqueBoyMax, but I'm trying to ask why
First of all, I want to hit a disclaimer. If you want to go that route, go that route. It's your body, your life, right? There's nothing wrong with that, okay? I just want to put that on the table. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, if you want to go transition over it, or if you're trying to figure out your life, or you already know who you like and what you like, that's okay, all right? But one thing I could say is, right, personally for me, as long as that ain't on me, then that's when we're gonna start having a problem. But if you want to be that way, you know, that's who you are. Ain't nothing wrong with that, for real.
Single attempt at
Ain't
some
nothing
sort of
wrong with that.
self-improvement has to be so extreme. I'm definitely using self-improvement lightly here. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way.
If PlaqueBoyMax want to go that way, then
like
you know, let him be.
My body and a tattoo on my skin of your commitment to this community. Permanent, never going anywhere. Now, back into the video.
Let's say diva though. Now, chat. Where did this tattoo rank amongst the tats? Now, chat,
He's literally y'all giving y'all signs.
I love every tattoo I have. I don't think there's no tats I currently have that I would get rid of.
PlaqueBoyMax's latest tattoo is nothing short of ridiculous. Diva has to be one of the craziest things in the world to be claiming. And my question off rip was, why not put this on some sort of a t-shirt? He wants us to rate this, but I have to rate this with rating of a Z for zesty because there's no other way around it. And I thought
there's nothing wrong for him being zesty. Y'all get me? Y'all get me? There ain't nothing wrong with being him. Look, hear me out, right? We're judging him based off of what? Because who he is as a person, that's him. Just because if he is zesty, then he's zesty.
Special meaning. Maybe it's an
Am I wrong or what?
Individuality, valuable achievements. Maybe we rocking out like that. But when I found out what he thought what diva meant, I could only shake my head.
Let me ask you this before I make my assumption. What does diva mean to you?
You're like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want on some fly shit. Though.
Yeah, see?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Like, I'm obviously.
No, I get what you're saying. Oh, so like the same type of.
You know how bad bitches, bro? Bad is the most confident people in the world.
Right,
That's
right.
what it means, bro. And just taking it on some weird shit, talking about, I want to be a girl.
You can't just make up definitions. That's not how this works, Mrs. Trendsetter. And for what it's worth, I get why people would off-top question his sexuality for some of the choices that he made. Putting Devo on his body, getting a
is he gay though?
iced out dermal piercing
Don't
above
kiss
his
him.
eyebrow.
Is
Maybe
he?
like
Is
the
he?
next 48, I say, like just so there's able to be fibroids and tissue that plant the anchor. We're gonna keep it covered with the bandage, okay?
All right, bro.
Because structurally, it's not so small.
He. You know what it probably is?
What the fuck?
He probably don't want to come out yet.
Pretty gnarly.
But he probably is.
Side, like.
Well, it seems like Max is doing Pride Month the right way. The alarm bell started to go off 12 hours after getting this dermal pea pushed into his eyebrow. You get it? Pushing pea. He got it removed, saying that he didn't like where it was placed.
As y'all see, let me get a sag for the pee. The pee is gone, bro. I didn't like it. So right now, I'm 1 for 3 on piercings that I like. 'Cause I got a nose ring too. I didn't like it.
Max, you were there when it was placed. What are we talking about, gang? Every week it's a new tattoo, it's a new piercing, it's some new body modification like a butt surgery. Now again, I may understand that one as somebody who also has thick thighs and a bigger butt. Buying jeans is crazy. I have to buy like a size 36 jean while I have like a 32 waist. It's actually the most insane
Why I
thing
need
in
to
the
know
world.
that?
I be feeling
I
like
don't
that
need that.
one big butt TikToker every time I try on pants or khakis in the store. It's actually pretty sickening when I have to go into a dressing room and start jumping in jeans. Now, most people may not know, but I'm a person who is pattern recognition first. Individually, I would love to talk about PlaqueBoyMax playing into his more feminine side. But when you stack an example on top of another example, on top of another example, on top of another example, that's the fastest way to make an example sandwich. And it looks like PlaqueBoyMax is just making a bunch of judgment calls and not thinking them all the way through. Because this would be different if he was just getting a t-shirt, but he's making decisions to his body that are having real life consequences to them.
As y'all see, I also got tats. Let's get to the tats.
Right here, we got 3 crosses, Chrome Hearts crosses.
Okay.
Got this tattoo of my cousin. Next up, I got my mother's signature. Love you, mom. Happy Mother's Day. Now, Basement Boy, Plaque Boy. This is my favorite tat. Oh my gosh, remember your roots. How you gonna forget your roots? You can't do that. Let's get to the bad. I told y'all for 10,000 subs, I was gonna get 2 viewer tattoos, and I got them. And I thought they looked great. You feel me? I was happy as hell. I'm flexing this.
Hold on. Do y'all agree? I really want to make this comment. Do y'all agree that he's damaging his body? I mean, everybody gets tattoos. They have tattoos, you know. I don't think it's damaging to his body. It's his body. It's his body.
You can see
I mean, that's
that
my
shit.
opinion,
They
though.
look childish. I'm gonna get them laser removed. I got to. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. I'll pay any cost. I'm finna get them laser removed in a couple weeks.
Now, even though I'm not a needle guy, I understand why most people get tattoos. They usually have some sort of importance or meaning. Hell, I've even got one kind of, it was semi-permanent, but it had sentimental meaning to me. See that right there? It's a little bit faded, but that's the name of my podcast. If you just look past the guns, real quick. Do I have a sleeper build, y'all? Yeah, that's the name of my podcast that I got tatted on me. This was after we crossed like 200,000 subscribers. And at first, Max started the exact same way as myself and other tattoo goers. But it quickly turned into what is seemingly an addiction, which we'll get into a little bit later about his personality. And it gets so far that it's starting to spiral out of control to the point where he's just getting nonsense placed on his body.
Real niggas know where that's from. Second, most controversial, clearly. I always get something controversial that niggas love to have discourse about. Now, I got this tattoo. This is a Kobe taking a shot. Yes, he got blocked. Why did I get this? Because I wanted to, nigga. It represents something very important to me that I don't need to explain to y'all niggas.
Most controversial, PlaqueBoyMax, that is a meme. That is a meme on Twitter for somebody taking like a contested shot. And if I'm not mistaken, Kobe got blocked in that same clip, IRL. Also, his inability to share the special meaning behind the tattoo.
It is what it
very
is.
telling. Now, again, if this was in a vacuum, I think that it would be fine. But Max has stacked tattoos on top of tattoos on top of tattoos that he is either seeking to cover with more tattoos or is just pretty much ashamed of.
Show your forearm with the little smiley face on that shit. The shit that you got. Remember the shit that you... Nah, not that one. You got the little smiley, or you got that shit covered up.
What smiley
You know what I'm
face?
talking about? You had one with a little face on it. It was like a little half smile, little demon shit.
Wait, what?
What?
Nigga, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Don't do that.
Smiley face.
I know I'm not tweaking. You had a little face on your arm.
Oh, the Roblox tat? Yeah, nah, the flames covered it, but I'm getting these removed too.
All these modifications to his body scream two things. One, I need some sort of help. And two, I used to play a lot of 2K and I put all my VC towards my looks as opposed to my actual attributes. But the difference between 2K and the real world is that there are too many consequences that come with, you know, making these sorts of body changes to yourself. I don't know if people remember when PlaqueBoyMax was in the hospital not too long ago and people didn't realize why.
Yo, I hope y'all doing well. I've been in the hospital for like 10 days now, bro. I got a super bad infection. Doctors saying they never seen an infection like this. I shouldn't be lasting this long in the hospital. First checked in like September 15th, bro. Infection was so bad I couldn't move my arm at all. It hurt like hell when I walked, bro. I could barely walk. I was moving around this bitch like Hunchback Notre Dame. I'm starting to regain some movement and motion in my arm. I don't know when I'm gonna get deported.
Basically, right here, y'all see I got mad shit on my chest. I got this shit filled in. Y'all remember?
It was a tattoo infection that left his arm limp.
I wasn't taking care of my tattoo. It got super badly infected or some bullshit, bro.
I mean, it
crazy,
is damaging to his body.
Nah, nigga, I'm still finna get tattooed.
Of course, Max is gonna have an infection. Bro went from having 0 to no tattoos to like full both arm sleeves, the chest, and the back. That's ink poisoning. That's ink poisoning to the max.
The problem isn't that Max
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess, all right, yeah. Now change my perspective because you're really not supposed to have ink inside your body. Yes, it is damaging, right? When you have too much of it. When you have too much of it, yes, it is. It can be damaging. Too much of something can always be damaging, even if it's good. So I agree on that. I really do.
I may not agree with. Hell, I'm afraid of needles, so who am I to really judge there? The problem is the reckless nature that he is going about doing these.
Too much of it.
Tattoos that have no meaning or that are fitting only this 2-month increment in your life, filling them in, getting them covered up, getting more tattoos, piercing yourself, removing them 12 hours later before they're even healed. Talking about surgery that may be irreplaceable. All of this stuff just seems like the most extreme ways to go about modifying yourself in an attempt to find who you are. It's the speed run, it's the carelessness, and the fact that there are already real life consequences showing up. This is exactly why people are worried about what's going on with Max. Now, remember when I talked about pattern recognition, it would be one thing if the overreaction and the impulsive nature was just about how he decides to express himself on his body. But that same impulsive nature and overreaction exists in how he deals with pretty much all problems, specifically when he's talking about women and lust.
I didn't realize how bad my shit got. Like, I have a very addictive personality, bro. Like, I love bad bitches. Oh, God. I love beautiful women. Like, it's low-key addiction. Like, if y'all take a look, I'm going to scroll and screen record. If y'all take a look at my, like, explore page, like, I just can't help myself.
When you take into consideration the two character traits that we talked about with Max, his obsession and his impulsive behavior, it kind of makes sense why the next portion of the story happens. PlaqueBoyMax found himself facing the consequences of those two characteristic traits in a message to his father about potentially being a grandpappy.
Keith, you said you always wanted a grandson? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Niggas slipped up OD, bro. Niggas slipped up OD. I slipped up OD. I'm not gonna say when, why, because niggas start putting together timelines. Just know, slipped up. I'm not gonna get into the details of the girl, like, but just know it was on some like shady shit, like, all right. So I got scared, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I looked up, how do you get rid of, you feel me?
And okay, stuff like that happens. I know that there are a lot of fathers in the chat who have been down that same path as PlaqueBoyMax. But instead of wrangling in that obsessive and impulsive behavior, he lets it run rampant on his decision making as to how to prevent this in the near future. PlaqueBoyMax goes on Justin LeBoy's podcast, which, no comment, but gives a revelation as to how he thinks he can prevent this in the future.
About a month ago, you went and got a vasectomy. You are only 23 years old.
That's me.
Why?
I had a little, you feel me, a little scare, bro. I had a couple scares. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And for the sake of those girls, you know, because I fuck with them, I'm not gonna get into it. But I had to do what I had to do. Now listen though, vasectomy, it's just reversible.
Right.
But there's a chance it can't be reversed. You feel what I'm saying? So I did run a big risk, but
it's like, bro, I can't be having no baby Plaque boys.
Max, what the fuck? Now, I do think that more men should just in general be getting vasectomies. We got her busting crazy style, and there are too many babies that are just being born on a whim. That's not necessarily the problem. Max didn't do his due diligence about how to protect himself. I'm pretty sure he knew that there was a condom that was out there, but Justin LeBoy blows his mind with the revelation that male birth control exists.
You know they got male birth control too, though.
Whoa, what?
Nah, for real. I heard about it.
When they had that?
I don't know, but we can search it up. To skip to the vasectomy instead of the birth control is crazy.
Well, I might have fucked up.
It's the impulse. It's the lack of research. It's the, hey, I'm going to modify myself, which can have some sort of consequences that are long lasting without taking into consideration all of the things that may come into it. Hell, I'm just doing it just to do it. Fuck it at this point, right? No, that's not how you should be living.
You know, if it comes time for me to take kids, like people don't know, but vasectomies are reversible. There is a chance that it possibly
Not TMZ though.
the procedure fails and like you can't reverse it, but there's a high chance you still can reverse it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I gotta protect myself. I gotta protect the people I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
We are feminists over here.
I like that. I like that. It's a very mature choice. I want to give you your flowers.
Why is he lying? Why is he lying? I mean, look, vasectomies, yes, it is reversible. Although at his young age to get that, it's kind of like it's a big decision to do, because if you do reverse it back, there's probably no chance of you having kids again. And then you got to think 10 years down the line, what, he probably be like, man, I do want kids. Because a lot of people get like that. Some people be like, man, I don't want no kids right now. Nah, I ain't doing it. But like 10, 15 years down the line, that brain changes. I'm like, yeah, I want to start making a family, you know? But
the trend will start, because I mean, you're a leader.
That's a
of the
big
new
decision
school,
that
man,
he
you know?
made. That's a big decision.
Everybody just gotta protect themselves.
I don't think that that's what feminism is, but I think Max was joking. But what he's not joking about is him going through these drastic changes. And what I'm saying to him, and I think what a lot of people are saying to him, is that you're not protecting yourself when you make these rash decisions this way. People aren't just reacting to a vasectomy. A man getting a vasectomy in 2026 is probably going to get praised. It's the overreaction to every situation that people are reacting to. And the reason why I believe that these one-offs aren't just one-offs and continue to stack the way that they do is because PlaqueBoyMax is developing this pattern that is based on an already admitted addictive personality that he has.
I didn't realize how bad my shit got. Like, I have a very addictive personality, bro. I started smoking every day. Every day this man was lighting up. Shit, I was smoking with, bro. Hey, pass that over here. You feel me? Like, real shit. After that happens, you feel me? I'm smoking all the time with Silky. Now it's just part of my life, bro. And it's been part of my life for 2 years now. A daily, if not every other day, part of my life.
See, this right here is the deeper concern right here. Max has already said that weed is detrimental. He's already said that lust is detrimental. So now people are seeing him go all in on the tattoos, the piercings, the dermals, the removals, the surgery talks. And we know it's not some like experimental exploration anymore. It's you know, feeding into his personality traits that he has, his characteristics. This is that same addictive personality that he's been talking about for the past couple of months now. This does not mean that tattoos are bad. This doesn't mean that piercings are bad, or hell, even these body modifications, they're not inherently bad, but it does mean that Max has a history of taking things to the extreme. So when we see him jamming these things together, it does start to worry the community. Even when people are trying to wake these things up to him, it seems as though it's not landing. When he played 1v1 with Flight, and it is June, so you had to be prepared, PlaqueBoyMax got a talking to about the dangers of caffeine, Red Bull.
Bro, but here's the thing though, the Red Bulls give you wings, man. Bro, Max, I meant to talk to you about that, bro. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me. So, my hairstylist, she basically had someone that worked in there, and he works out and shit. Bro, he took a Red Bull, and that was his favorite thing, taking Red Bulls before working out. Long story short, they found him passed away in the gym, like 38. They did the autopsy and shit, too much energy drinks. So, you know, I fuck with you, my boy. So I'm just not gonna not say nothing. You feel me? So, but hey, at your own risk. But shout out Red Bull. You can drink that shit. That's not when you play in sports. I'll be drinking Red Bull sometime before shape. I'm tired as fuck. I'll take like 3 But like playing, like exercise, nah, you gonna fuck your heart up, bro.
Okay. Hey, Red Bull, that should give me wings. That's my favorite energy drink. That should get me right. I'm not gonna lie. So.
And caffeine is a drug too. Please don't get it twisted. All these things are feeding into the addictive personality that PlaqueBoyMax has. He brushed that conversation off with Flight. It's as simple as that.
I just drank some coffee. Look, but though, like, yeah, too much of it, especially though energy drinks ain't no good, man. Like, them energy drinks ain't no good for you. It's just gonna tear you down, tear your body down. Monster drinks, Red Bull, all those energy drinks, just don't do it.
I think right here is
He ain't
probably
lying,
the biggest
though.
display
He ain't
of the
lying.
young 20-something-year-old transformation that PlaqueBoyMax
You gotta think, 20 years down the line, how many times can I keep this up
He's not actively
for your
combating
body?
the obsession. He's not actively combating his addictive personality. He's just trading in one thing for another. So sure, he might have put down the weed for a minute, but he picked up caffeine. Sure, he might have put down the tattoos for a second, but then he picked up piercing. He's looking to replace one thing with the next, and it's less like a, yo, this is who I am, and more like a, well, maybe this will make me feel like myself. And like I said at the top of the video, it's not like we all haven't gone through this sort of transformation as a young 20-something-year-old, but the difference is that we weren't rewarded by the streaming industrial complex where if I put it on wax, on clips and stuff like that, I'll be rewarded. If I make this a reaction for commentators, they'll go and have a frenzy with it. The jokes fly, the attention is currency, and now everybody is looking at me, and I may be truly going through stuff in real time, but it won't be addressed because we're all having a kiki and a ha-ha about it. Now, I'm not saying it's all downhill for PlaqueBoyMax. I'm pretty sure in the near future, those that call him friends on the internet will intervene and really sit him down and say like, yo, gang, you are doing too much. This is just, to me, a young man finding himself, no different than a couple of months ago when we talked about him opening up about his lack of friends and him feeling alone.
Guys, I am a loser. I'm a loser. I don't do shit except sit on my couch and study shit and plan shit in my free time. I don't talk to people. It's bad. I'm gonna change that. Y'all gotta help me make friends. But there would be nothing to vlog. Do you understand what I'm saying?
This is another iteration, but in this iteration, everything, and I do mean everything, seems to be to the most extreme degree. A new look becomes tattoos and dermals to the point of hospitalization. A less problem becomes a vasectomy, and you wanting to change, your image doesn't mean time spent in the gym. It means cutting your literal butt off. People aren't worried because Max has a bad tattoo. Hell, he's got a ton of bad tattoos. People are worried about the lengths and extremes that he's willing to go to once he's picked up this new thing, this new fascination in his life. I want PlaqueBoyMax and other young 20-something-year-olds to just keep evolving, but really recognize and understand that the choices that you make today are going to affect you in the future. You imagine some 65-year-old man with diva tattooed on his body as a reminder that he's confident and not like, I don't know, a t-shirt or something like that. If I see a 65-year-old man at a beach with diva tattooed on him, I'm gonna lose it.
Look, I'm gonna say my part, all right? PlaqueBoyMax, I mean, it's his life. It's what he want to do, right? Whether if he's actually Jesse, he's hiding it. He want to get the piercing and all the tattoos. But at the end of the day, like, it is damaging to your body when you modify them changes multiple occasions in a certain amount of time, right? And the guy wasn't lying. Ink poison, it's real, right? You get too much tattoos over time, and that gonna get you. It's gonna get you. And honestly, man, like, at the end of the day, right? Take care of yourself, right? The choice that he made, or the choices that he's making, it's on him. But, hopefully he got some buddies down there and be like, hey, man, you probably need to calm it down a little bit. Just watch over him. Take care of him. But you only can do so much as a friend. But that's it.